Okay. The address 1117. 1117, you see it for yourselves. That is my sister's father's birthday. My sister's father, Ricky's birthday. He died on my birthday in 1989. So 1117 represents my sister's Duddy, or sister's father, because he was a deadbeat, but it wasn't his fault, because I know his story, but it still made him a deadbeat because he was young, but he had a rough life like many of us. So the point I'm making is because I'm the only one that knows the details, me and my stalker and a few others that are behind the scenes. Not many people know, except for the people I know. They know what I'm talking about when I explain it. Okay, so 1117 is my sister's father's, Ricky's, deceased birthday. 1117, I can't remember what year he was born. Because I think he died when he was 33 years old. I'm pretty sure. So, anyway, the point is, he cheated on my mommy because him and my mommy got married. That's why my mom's last name is Sherman and not Rice. Rice is our family name. My grandfather, who came from Nova Scotia. However, my mommy married my sister's dad for like a year. He cheated on her with this woman named Tina. Had 2 boys by her. Also gave my mother syphilis. So my mommy and him had to be treated. I don't know if Tina or anybody else, I don't know who gave it to him. But anyway, for him to give it to her. Or if he had it but didn't have it, and if he just was used to give it to my mother. Because they have people that are sent by the devil to send disease upon another person. They act like they're in love with them. They act like they want to be their boyfriend or their girlfriend, but they're only sent as a curse to bring forth the curse, which is basically from errors and mistakes within that family or that person. And that's how life is affected by all of us. That's how our lives are affected in a negative way by the things we do, the things we don't do, or the things that others have done in our past, because we are living out generational curses. We are a result or an outcome of a generational curse. Okay? Or because of their errors and mistakes. Now those all mean different things. Is this still charging? Betty Cooper. So 1117 is my sister's father's, Ricky's, birthday. He's deceased since 1989. On my 15th birthday, he passed away. Early in the morning, like Richie did. Richie, my mom's aggressive alcoholic abuser, freeloading, mooching, womanizing, piece of shit bastard. Richie Cottrell, he died on March 15th of 2022 at 2:03 a.m. And I think my sister's father died around the same time. It was in the wee morning hours, because I was at Shannon and Troy's. My sister's grandmother had custody of me at that time, but she let me go to Shannon and Troy's to have a little birthday party. She bought a cake. She let me stay with them, and of course Diego was there, but that wasn't the reason why I wanted to go. I've been brought up as to celebrate birthdays, and I hated birthdays with my family or holidays because they always fought. So I wanted to have friends over on my birthdays so it would prevent the fighting. I gotta go eat because I just drank a lot of soda and I got a stomach ache. And I'm gonna drink some more. My next soda is gonna be free, so, because I've spilled out like 3 sodas within the month. But I'm not going to pay 75 cents for a cup of ice. Sorry. when a soda is $1 and I get ice and the soda. So when I drink the soda, the poison soda, I could add a little bit of water and drink some water if I even get that far, which I probably won't. But I'm so thirsty because I was sweating earlier. And the soda is poisoned. It's not as poison, but it is. I almost dropped it. Well, I drank half of it already. So it shouldn't go to waste today. Like this one did. See the one from yesterday? The one from yesterday I still got in there. It's full. It's like half full. You could see it. Hold on. Oh, you gotta see it this way. But you can't see it. See, in the sunlight you can see. I don't want you to see where I'm at. You can't see it, but it's half full anyway. I only drank half the soda because then I had to go pee-pee. But I got my cantaloupe, and I got my spinach and my cheese and my onion and tuna and pickles. I didn't get the carrots, which I should have, because they were $1.29. I should have got them, but because it's daytime and I would be peeling them and eating them. I should have got it. See, I didn't. I should go back. I got to go back that way. I might go back in and get the carrots because they were $1.29. Save 10 cents towards some of the carrots I didn't get to eat from my other bags, you know? So let me finish telling you the story about the details. My stalker is representing my sister's father in my life. Because my daddy is punishing me because I snitched on him. And because my Uncle Paul was he was going to snitch on his boss. And, so I'm paying the cost. My whole family is suffering for this, but they don't understand that. So they're putting all the blame on me. I'm taking all the blame for everybody else because they don't know what's going on. They don't know why they're suffering and why things aren't going right. They're blaming me. So I'm getting the blame and taking on the costs and consequences of what they don't know. Why they suffered the way they have, because they didn't make good choices, decisions, actions, behaviors. They didn't do their homework, research, and study before they started to live life. Therefore, it became a flip-flop. Sherry, you are making a difference. Am I really? What am I getting for it? I'm getting shit on for it because I got to go take a shit right now, and it's going to be diarrhea. And I got a stomach ache. So anyway, let me get this out so it doesn't end up being a long video of everything else that I don't need to be saying in it. I want to stick to one subject, okay? Thank you. So, what did I say? My stalker, my one possible soulmate turned angry, lying, acting, obsessed stalker is only, what do you call it? I gotta breathe. He's a ploy. He's like a ploy in my story. Taking part as because I snitched on my daddy, and my mommy is blaming me for her losing her children and whatsoever to foster home and adoption and whatever, because I called my sister's grandmother to come have our grandfather come pick us up or my sister's grandfather to come pick us up because he drove, and his name was Dick, aka Richard Sherman. He used to be a tow truck driver from the family garage in Bridgeport, Connecticut, which is a big name, you know, from the big family names, you know? So anyway, my mom claimed that she loved my sister's father, but I don't think she really knew what love was. I think she had a picture of it in her mind, but she didn't understand, like many of you that are just copycats and have no idea what love really is and what life really is and how it's supposed to be and how it's not supposed to be. Anyway, onward, shall we? Okay, so I have whatchamacallit, I'm kind of like in the same situation as my mommy with Ricky, with my sister's daddy. My stalker, okay, was only put in my path to be a player in my story. Not for me and him. We're not going to get together. We're not going to get married. No, that is not happening. So anyway, he's just being used as a player in my story to make this, to make it have two sides to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a female, he's a male. So it has to have, every story has to have two sides. Because, I mean, you could have a story with one side, but you gotta, in order for it to be a story, it's gotta have multiple acts, multiple people for it to be a story, right? You know what I mean. So anyway, people want to live off of everybody else's suffering, and they're living off of everybody else's suffering, and they think they're living the life, but in reality, they're only living the acts that they're living, that they're partaking in the movies and that they're getting paid for. Their lives are repeating the same thing that I did. So now they're living two hells. They're living my life of hell on the screen, and then they're living their lives based off of what they think life is, and they're getting like double jeopardy. And they think that it's all cool to be famous, rich, famous, and this and that, and money. No, it's a fucking curse. Yeah, it's probably better to be with money, but even though you got all that money, God, aka the devil, and all the heathens and hellions and minions are keeping you from being able to use it how you want. You can't just make the money and then expect to live life how you want. Because celebrityism is like a curse. Just like living is a curse in these times, because people don't know how to live. They're not living right. That's why God's going to come back and rebuke all of you and reclaim his land. So what's happening is that I'm gonna get gas. Oh, okay. I don't want them thinking, because they're pretty cool. They know I'm not gonna do anything. I'm at a different. But anyway, so they're coming out to check on something, but I have to go to the bathroom. I gotta get going. I gotta get gas. So, to use up my last $13.41 on my 7-Eleven account, because I put money on there so I could get extra, so I could save extra money on gas. I'm not really saving, because God makes me, it goes one way and then he makes it come back to me another. But it's fucking me all up, because I don't get what I need. I'm eating, but I'm only eating junk food. All the good food he doesn't let me eat. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom first, which sucks. No, if I just park. I'm going to park at I got to go to the bathroom. I'm getting a bad stomach ache. But anyway, I'm going through, my mom and my sister's father didn't ever get back together. And he ended up dying from AIDS. So anyway, because he lived a bad life because of his family. Because all of you people are having kids, but not equipping, establishing, readying, and preparing yourselves to take care of your kids. Therefore, you're giving your kids a fucked up life, the hard knock life. You know what the movie Annie is all about? Yeah, that. And it's not a fun life. Why don't you just try watching that with your kids? So they have an idea of what's going to come upon them in the near future, because yous aren't living right. Because yous aren't caring and providing and teaching your kids right. Or being there for your kids. Why don't you sit down and watch the Annie movie and learn something about it, alright? About how kids are orphans. But that's the PG version. That's what really goes on, is a lot of them kids get molested, raped, they get sex trafficked, just like all of you are doing out here, and you're willing to do it just for the money. And you're willing to go through all that mental shit instead of working a farm for a couple hours, working the fields and planting vegetables and fruits and stuff that's for life, that will give you life. Instead, you're partaking in things that don't give you life and making you fuck up all your looks. Yous were all so beautiful before you got into that fucking fuckery. And now I'm seeing all of yous become like plastic, like dolls. And it don't look good. And I'm like, my soul is hurting for you. I once had a little bit of beauty. Not that much, but my daddy fucked it up, and his clan and everybody else. And now, because of the money, in order for me to look better again, I gotta repair all this. You know what? I ain't got the money. So they fucked my life up, because they ain't gonna get no money for fixing it all up. So how about them? What's the word? smoke them. Yeah, how they say, put them in your hats and smoke them or something like that, okay? But you fuck up my life, I'm gonna fuck up your life because I don't have the money to pay for dental and all this other bullshit and plastic surgery or to remove all these scars or to do some facial treatments to help improve it so it's not nasty. But my face, no, fuck yous all, man. Take your money, shove it up your ass. Why don't you put it in your little bonbons and sniff it or blow that up your brains? I'm done. Goodbye. Good riddance to all you motherfuckers. Goodbye.